Oh yeah,
All right, and we're back.
we back again, baby.
Back with the Kick in the Punch.
Back again.
The Kick in the Punch
Speaking
podcast.
silent.
We're talking everything combat sports related.
Yep.
You
Your
know.
host here, Chris, over
I
here.
got Abel right here in the cut.
What's going on, people? How you guys
Chilling,
doing
still
on
adjusting
these
some things, but
these
it's all right.
holidays?
Yeah, happy holidays to everybody.
Yes.
Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas.
Man, this
Happy
this
Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, all that.
isn't I think next Monday is Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. 296 is over. It has come
296.
and gone.
The last
What you
event of the year, huh?
Yeah, what you think? Overall, give it an overall score.
Out of 10, you're saying?
Yeah. I guess the whole card.
Out of 10, I'll probably give that card a 7. The prelims were great.
7's pretty solid.
You know, it's decent. You know, I mean, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it's the best card. I'm not gonna say it was the worst card either.
Yeah,
Because, like I said, the prelims were awesome.
we had a good amount of fights, dude. We had a good lineup of fights. Some performed, some didn't. Let's just say that, right? I guess we could just start off with the main event. What you think? What you think about Leon's performance over Colby?
It was pretty lackluster, I would say. I'm not gonna say that Leon did bad. Obviously, he dominated the whole fight, you know. But I think both of them kind of just looked. They just weren't engaging as much as I'd like them to. You know, it was just kind of in ways that were meaningful, I would say.
Yeah,
you know,
I
the
can see
grappling
that.
exchanges were, you know, they would grab each other and, you know, one would
Well,
hold each
Leon
other
was
down,
showing
but-
that he was pretty much better everywhere, you know, and
Yeah.
I don't know that Colby didn't look good at all. I mean,
He looked
you know,
different,
you
right?
gotta have a dance partner, and then like you know, with all the drama surrounding what had happened in the week, you know, with all the crap talking and stuff, I just felt like for all that crap talking, there wasn't much fighting that happened. If you know. You kind of get.
Are you
what I'm
talking about
saying.
just the main event, or are you talking
Yeah,
about
just
in general?
no. I mean, just the fight. You know, the main event fight.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
between Leon and Colby. You know, Colby talked a big game, and came in there looking like
Yeah, he looked like he was
like
slow,
a middle of the line,
like maybe a top 15 guy, not a top 5
like,
guy.
I don't know what happened, and then I don't know if it's, you know, well, obviously it's the ring rust and stuff, and being out for almost 2 years. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't impressed by his performance, and
I don't think
for
anybody
all
was
the crap
impressed
that
by
he
his
was talking,
performance.
you know what I'm saying? And then like I've already kind of voiced this to you personally, but just putting it out there, I just felt like Leon probably could have put the pressure on him in certain points of that fight, and could have possibly ended it just by kind of Colby's approach, but I could see why Leon did not kind of approach it that way, because maybe, you know, you never know with Colby. I think he felt like, because I saw the post-fight press conference, and he was saying that he just was like, what is this, you know, this is weird, you know, where's this cardio, the cardio king, you know, like he wasn't doing as much as like what they expected, you know. And so he wanted to stay, you know, alert and be aware just in case, and was, you know, very precise and, you know, very cautious with everything he was throwing. He didn't
Very
want
technical.
to get, because he didn't want, you know, obviously with all the drama surrounding what had happened in the week, he didn't want to fight with emotion, you know. And so that's kind of what he had voiced, and, you know, he kind of said it was kind of hard, you know, with all the crap that Colby was talking and stuff. And that's understandable, but at the same time, he had the chance to probably like put a stamp on that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, he did win for sure.
Yeah,
You know, and
he was impressive.
in dominant fashion. It just wasn't the fight that was.
There's nothing memorable from the fight.
Yeah,
like
there
that,
was no
you know?
great moments. There was a couple of, you know, Leon rocked him sometimes, the head kick, you know, he had that shot on him, and then he
Yeah.
dominated him in the wrestling for, you know, when he decided to show off in his wrestling.
And that's another thing that Colby
But-
didn't even bring out his wrestling at all. Like the first 2 rounds, you thought that he would shoot or something. He didn't even shoot.
He didn't get many looks either.
And even that first
you know?
shot that he took, it was like a lazy shot, like where he tried to grab his leg.
Yeah.
It was like, who is this?
I don't know. I mean, I was excited for the fight, honestly, because I thought it was going to be a grudge match, and I thought they were about to really get down.
Exactly.
You know?
I thought it was going to be a brawl or
because
something.
Colby also, what's exciting about Colby's fights is that he like DC said that he's not the strongest guy, he's not the most athletic guy, and he's not the most this and that, right?
Yeah.
But because of that, he kind of forces his fights to be like grinds.
Yeah.
Like you have to grind it out with him if he's gonna win, because he's not the type of guy that's gonna put you away with one shot.
No.
He's not the type of guy that's gonna hold you down and then beat you down, then maybe submit you.
No.
He's the one that's gonna grind you out for the whole fight. You know, make it dirty, make it gritty. But he didn't really do that this time, which was kind of like.
Well, I just felt like I said, it was like a lot of the time off, and then I don't know. They were also talking about how maybe like all that like the Trump thing and him like putting so much pressure on himself to perform in front of like Trump and stuff.
That might have got into his head a little bit.
Maybe, and like like that's all he was talking about all week.
Yeah.
Like all this like politics and stuff to have nothing. It kind of just shows where his head was at. You know, and honestly, like he didn't have like a great physique, like he didn't even look that great. You know,
you said he didn't look as conditioned as he usually does.
No, like against Jorge Masvidal, he looked way better.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's the Colby that you're used to seeing.
Yeah,
but yeah, that fight definitely didn't give what was promised. I would say it didn't deliver as everybody wanted it to and thought it would do, you know?
I thought we were going to see some more finishes.
I wonder, though, who's
out of the whole main event, we only got 2 of them.
2 finishes?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I was going to say next about this whole thing. Who is next for Leon?
Bilal.
But who do you think they're going to give him? Because you think they'll give him Bilal? Because sometimes I feel like they're not trying to give him Bilal for some reason.
Bilal, remember the name?
They should give Bilal, remember the. I mean, that's Sean Brady finish, and he's like on a 6-fight win streak or something like that.
Something crazy. I mean, if you just look at all the wins, I mean, he beat Gilbert Burns last, I think.
Yeah, he beat Gilbert Burns. He beat Sean Brady.
Say what you want about any one of those fights.
The Leon Edwards, the fight that they had was like...
He's got heat with Leon, too. You know
because their fight ended kind of lame.
And say what you want, but you know, like there was if there was any of the shit that Colby was talking, there was only one thing that maybe he had right.
Yeah,
and that was that whole thing when he was talking about like Leon's unbeaten streak gets messed up with that fight between Bilal where he poked him in the eye.
Yeah,
and I kind of agree there.
It's not the same.
It's not because and he did get the better of him for the most part in the fight.
What was
but
it?
Up until
one round?
It was like 1 round, maybe a round and a half. But up until that eye poke, I mean, that fight was going anyway. And I mean, Bilal has come back against over a lot of adversity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't the only time that like he's been rocked, like because Leon caught him with a clean head kick, right?
Oh yeah, he ate it though.
But he ate it, and then I think he made it to the next round. And I think that's after. Or I don't know if it was during the first round or the second round, but he got an ill eye poke. It was nasty.
It kind of like hooked his eye,
dude. That thing. I was scared when you see it in slow mo. It almost looked like he almost pulled his.
You know, it's always scary too when their eyes look a little different after the fight.
Oh man,
like they're doing the interview and you're like, damn, like DC after the Miocic fight.
Yeah. Oh,
yo, that was bad.
There was a dude in I saw a highlight in the PFL not too long ago.
Oh,
you seen that?
With the sock, his eye came out.
Yeah, his eye was like completely out,
bulging out. Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
Hope he's good.
I hope he's all right. But yeah, I think it's either him or Shavkat.
Shavkat?
I think they could. I think Shavkat would be a good fight.
Definitely had a pretty impressive win.
That's what I'm saying. Be a Wonder Boy like that, you know.
I didn't expect it to go that way.
First submission.
Yeah. Let's just run over Alessandre's pretty dominant victory over Brandon Royval. What do you think?
Just Royval didn't look. He didn't really bring it as like I don't know.
I feel like maybe all the lights and everything got to him a little bit.
Maybe
he seemed a little nervous even at the press conference and everything. Like I don't know. Some people, it's one of those things, like when it's a crowd and it's not like all about you like that. maybe he performs better because he's had some great performances before that. You know?
Yeah. In the Apex.
Yeah, well, in the Apex, and I think he's been in some.
Yeah, he's been. Yeah,
in
he's
some
performed.
crowds, but it's like different. A title fight's a little bit different, and then it went 5 rounds, and like he had some good moments, you know, but yeah, like it was mainly the take. Like anytime that Alessandro went for a takedown, I mean, he was getting it.
Yeah, and he was controlling him, man.
Yeah, so
That was a rough part. Even though Pantoja the whole time to me looked like he was kind of.
So that's
he was
0-2
kinda
against
gassed.
Pantoja for Roy Val.
I know.
You think he'll get another shot at the title at some point?
Yeah. I mean, I think if he gets strings a couple wins together, probably not that. We probably do like 2 wins or even another win. And
I mean, that puts him at. I mean, I think he was at 3.
They got to give Makayev the title shot soon, man. Give him Muhammad Makayev, bro.
I don't know.
Give him one more, two more fights.
Well, there's not that many guys, really.
But that's what I'm saying. That division isn't that deep.
Manel Cape, Kai Kara.
You know, or you could get. I mean, you could
Kai
go.
Kara's sitting at 4.
Yeah, but I think he
Second.
lost his last one. Did he not?
I believe he did.
But yeah, I just don't think. Like I said, I don't think Brandon Royval really brought it that night, unfortunately. Like I said, Pantoja kind of looked gassed for me most of the fight, but also that's kind of, I've seen him fight before, and that's kind of how he has like this kind of lull thing where it almost looks like he's tired,
Yeah.
and then he just manages to control you the whole time.
Yeah, he was
beat you
doing
down.
this whole thing that I kept telling Mike. I was like, dude, he keeps doing the Nate Diaz thing and like picking up the shorts. I'm like, you know, when they be like picking up the shorts and like then squaring up.
Like
You
a
know?
little distraction on the side.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, you're kind of wasting some movement here.
I'm telling you, the 125 division is not that deep. So
No, it's not. It really isn't, dude. They don't
I'm
have
telling
any.
you.
I mean,
You could do. They'll probably give the winner of Amir Albazi versus Brandon Moreno to that. They'll probably give them the next title shot.
Yeah,
you
'cause
know?
that's a
But I'm
fact.
telling you, bro.
But I think
get Makayev in there, man. He might.
But
be
he's
able to
at
do
8,
something.
so he's got to beat somebody up there.
That's what I'm saying. One more top 5 guy, and he can get the title shot.
Yeah,
It would be understandable because he's also undefeated.
What's his name? Yeah, I think Alessandro. Like I said, Alessandro did what he needed to do to hold on to that title because it seemed like that title was like kind of neither here nor there with anybody. It wasn't really sticking around because it was jumping around with Brandon Moreno and Davidson for a little bit.
I mean, they had 4 fights in a row.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. And then Davidson.
That is crazy in itself that they fought 4 times and they were all title fights.
Yeah.
In a row.
And then Davidson lost it to Brandon the last time. Or did he keep it?
No, Davidson lost.
Lost it.
Yeah, and then
it was like
Moreno
back and forth,
lost
back
to
and forth.
Pantoja.
And then Moreno lost to Pantoja. So I think Pantoja did what he had to do to keep the title. So congrats there for Pantoja.
We'll see what's next for him.
Yeah, we'll see what
like I
what
said,
happens
probably
there.
winner of Amir Albazi versus Brandon Moreno.
Yeah. But
So,
I was really impressed with Steven's performance against Shavkat, although he lost. I didn't expect Shavkat to approach the fight that way. I thought he was going to be much more strike heavy, but he kind of got on him like a wet blanket and just kind of did his work.
Yeah, I mean, Wonderboy definitely showed some nice takedown defense for a little bit in there, but
And it was only up until a certain point.
but that's what I'm saying. That pressure from Shavkat, it's a little different, because he's so good
18-0,
but he's so good and finishes.
everyone.
Yo, that's what I'm telling you. Like,
he has like this cold thing about him, like he's just like really.
but he seems relaxed too. It's not
Yeah,
that
no, I'm
he
telling
doesn't
you,
just seem like he's like. Some people are kind of in there and they have this like kind of killer kind of thing. This man to me feels like he's just.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
he's
he has
a
a
relaxed,
mission.
cold killer.
It's just like a mission though, and it's not like it doesn't seem like he's taking it too hard. Because even at the press conference, this dude was just like laughing, having a good time.
Well, you know what the thing is with him too is that I think that whole language barrier thing.
sometimes
like,
it makes it easier.
Yeah,
maybe.
it makes it a little bit easier. I feel maybe when it's like, and then he doesn't show like any kind of emotion either. Like it's very.
He just looks the same all the time.
He just like whatever.
So calm.
Yeah, but
But that's what I'm saying, man. You give Shavkat to Leon, you know what I'm saying? Maybe give Shavkat one more fight.
That would be a tough fight for Leon.
I don't
know, dude.
Who knows, man? Shavkat with that wrestling pressure.
Son.
And like I said, I don't think Shavkat's younger than Covington, and he kind of also has that type of ground and break you down style. But the difference is he finishes people.
Yeah, so he's number 3 now.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Shavkat versus
And
Leon.
we're doing this on a Tuesday, right?
Look, either Shavkat...
So the rankings just came out today. So we got Usman at number 1. We got Bilal Muhammad, Shavkat. We got Gilbert at 4. Colby at 5. And Steven at 6. So that's the top 5 pretty much.
Yeah. It's either Bilal or Shavkat for me.
I feel like they're going to try to give him Bilal. Like maybe like in England or something.
But he said he doesn't want Bilal, and it's like, why wouldn't you want Bilal? He's been.
I don't know,
dominated.
Leon.
You think he's ducking?
I don't think he's ducking. I just feel like he wants to kind of pick.
He wants big a fight. Maybe. He wants a big fight.
Maybe he wants a big fight, but at the same time, like there's nobody else.
That would
unless
be deserving.
You're gonna fight. Yeah, unless you're gonna fight Kamaru again. But
which you probably don't want to do that either.
No. Because Kamaru's coming off of a loss to.
Yeah, Kamaru needs to put a win or 2 under his belt before he challenges.
And he's not even. Title. He hasn't. His last fight was in middleweight.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I think definitely Bilal is the most deserving, out of all of them. But yeah, Shavkat, is like 1 away.
He has
at most. At most. But yeah. I think. I don't know. What do you think about the whole Ian situation getting canceled and stuff?
I mean, it got canceled. The fight was canceled. It would have been funny to see him at the press conference just to see what kind of shit would have been talked.
Well, I guess we could talk about that Miami card that got announced in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, because we need to pull that one up. I mean, maybe you could pull it up.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Okay, let's talk about Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett.
Damn.
How are we thinking about this?
I think everybody was rooting for Tony in that fight.
Oh, yeah. The whole world wanted Tony.
I think everybody wanted a little bit of Tony action.
No hate on Paddy. I mean, I think Paddy's awesome.
I think Paddy actually won over the crowd in this fight by being a little bit more
he showed some respect, some humbleness.
Yeah, like he wasn't so much of a dick like as he usually is, just being straight up about it,
Yeah, sometimes he could definitely be a little boastful. I mean, but also deservedly so. He's undefeated in the UFC. He's just big. He already had a big name before he came in.
And I figured that he would come at Tony a little bit, or Tony would come at him a little bit, and I think he did the right thing. He barked back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. I mean, he held his own and he controlled him.
He was also respectful, like even post fight and everything.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like. Yeah, like you said, he wasn't so boastful about the fight and everything.
Well, he
didn't have the greatest performance either.
No, he didn't. Unfortunately,
like against Tony, you would imagine maybe he'd do a little bit better. I think there were certain points where he could have maybe ended the fight, especially in some of the instead of grappling, maybe just kept putting the pressure as far as punches.
I'll stand up,
striking. Yeah, whether it had been striking or ground and pound, because I think there was a certain point where he had like flipped it over and was trying to go for a submission.
I think he was gassing out, though, because by the third round, he was not looking like he could finish Tony.
But he looked way more conditioned. He looked way better in this fight. Like, he didn't look like he had to lose, like, a bunch of weight. And then also, like, he saw the different... The braids were pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. I like the long hair, though. I like when he just...
it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
But it also probably gets annoying.
Well, that's what he said. That was like the hair gets in his eyes. So
I'm sure, yeah. And if you have if you get bloody at all, it gets in your hair, and then that also rubs out. But yeah, that was just an underwhelming fight on both sides. One, because I wish Tony Ferguson would have been able to put together a win on this one. Two, because even though Paddy Pimblett did win, it's like you said, he didn't have a crazy nice performance. He didn't finish Tony. I mean, he got the win for sure. And at least this one, it's decisive that he got the win, unlike the Jared Gordon fight.
Yeah.
Because I think that kind of, I'm not going to say it messed with him, but it definitely, I think it changed his approach. Because like you said, he just sounded different in the post-fight interview.
I'm trying to tell you that. Like, even his, physique and everything, he looked a little bit bigger.
It looks
know what I'm
like
saying?
it looks like Patty's trying to get more serious.
It's
You know
also,
what
I
mean?
think, also like,
But you have to be.
yeah, he's also, you know, he's gonna have twins. You know,
He's gonna
here,
have
so
tougher challenges.
congrats to that. Congrats to Patty for the twins. But yeah, like I think, you know, his next fight could be up there in the top 15. You know, we got Drew Dober, Bobby Green, Renato Moicano, Benoit Saint Denis. Rafael dos Anjos was calling him out, and he's number 11,
That would be a pretty good fight.
which wouldn't be a bad fight.
But even the Bobby Green fight would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
The who else did you just say? You said
We
Drew
got
Dober.
Drew Dober would be a good fight.
Drew
'cause
Dober would
Drew
be a fun
Dober was
fight.
calling him out at one point.
yeah, I mean,
And I
everybody
think he'd
wants to
still
have
be
Patty.
up for that
Yo,
fight.
I saw somebody saying Patty Pimblett versus Conor McGregor on the return.
No.
But that would be so exciting.
No.
You don't like that fight at all?
Nah, dude. He's locked in for Chandler. And that's more than likely going to be UFC 300.
It has to be.
More than likely, so.
There's no way it doesn't. It has to be. Conor
Yeah, I mean, that
eventually.
would be, I guess. But at the same time, like, they're coming from the same country and stuff.
No, they're
you know?
not.
Well, they're Liverpool and
Ireland?
Ireland. I mean,
This is the disrespect.
I'm saying, like, it's still, like,
But
the
it's not
English
like that.
territory
It's
stuff.
not,
I mean, I
don't think
guess
it's-
they're not like
they don't mess
that,
with, they don't
but
fuck with each other like that.
I guess I don't know.
It's not like that, bro.
I guess it's not like Ian Gary and Conor McGregor because they're from the same country.
Yeah, that's different. They're both Irish.
I guess.
You know.
But they're from the same part of the world, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're not the same team.
Hey, this dude's like the disrespect.
Well, because it's true. Because there's like beef between Ireland and England,
I guess.
so it's not like, I don't know. It'd be exciting, but like I said, that's just a dream fight. Now,
But yeah, we'll see what happens with Patty. I mean, Patty definitely looked better in this fight. He had a little bit of. I think there was points where even Tony could have flipped the fight, like in that third round.
yeah,
Like had Patty not gotten him to the ground, dude, there could have been a problem for Patty.
I'm telling you, man, his conditioning didn't look
Damn.
that great.
Damn. So real quick, what are we doing with Tony? Damn, what happens with Tony here?
I don't know, man.
You had a
I
good
kinda-
suggestion.
What? Tony Ferguson versus Clay Guida, UFC 300. They
Yeah.
both the one who loses retires, or they could both retire.
I mean,
obviously.
they could both. That would be a great retirement fight, win or lose. For
That's what
both,
I'm saying,
both guys.
bro. Put them in a cage together.
Because I don't know how much people want to see either one of those guys take any more damage, really, just for their own sake. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, Clay Guida, though, honestly, I favor Clay Guida in that fight because he's been looking. I mean, even though he's been, up and down, wins and losses.
Yeah, but
Yo,
he has
he's
that very
still-
similar style to Tony.
But I think he's even crazier.
But Tony's
at
on
least
his
of late.
6 or 7. Is it 7 now?
I think it's 6-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
Or 7. No, it is 7. Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
unfortunate, man.
Everybody was rooting for Tony, and
I know, but
I thought he had chances in that fight where he could turn it around. And
I thought so too. But he just, I don't know. He just doesn't look the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
unfortunately,
yeah.
Even though we all love Tony Ferguson, obviously, but
Yeah.
like I said, I think if
I hope
if
they
anything,
do what
you
you
give him
said.
one more fight, like
That'd be
Clay
great.
Guida or some veteran,
Somebody
that he
like
could
that, another veteran.
fight,
Put him in there and give him that, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
because
Win or lose.
But it's also like, Tony Ferguson. If you think about it, who he's been losing to,
They're all
all cold
machines, dude.
Like Oliveira. Okay, who else you got? Chandler, Beast.
It all started with
Gaethje, Savage.
and then after that, it was Oliveira. Then it was who?
Chandler.
Chandler.
Then
it was
Dariush. Yes.
Then it was. His last fight was somebody.
Bobby Green.
Bobby Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been tough, dude.
All those people. That's what I'm saying.
It's
All
all
those dudes
top
are like
10
top
guys.
10.
Yeah, those
And
are all
everybody's
top 10
like,
guys.
I mean, yeah, obviously, like I said, he don't look the same, but still, he's losing a top tier competition. And in the Chandler fight, he had some moments.
Yeah.
In this fight,
Even in the Bobby Green fight,
even in the Bobby Green fight, he had some moments.
in this fight, he was able to make it bell to bell.
Nate Diaz too. He
Did he
lost to
fight-
Nate Diaz.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he lost to Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, I would like to see him maybe have like one more fight before he goes, and then I'm cool with him going.
Yeah.
But it's up to him, obviously.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough
Yeah.
one because you don't want to.
Yeah,
He's.
I got love for
on to
both the
some
guys.
tournament. Yeah. But the last one to talk about there was Josh Emmett knockout.
I would say this is probably the most exciting. That was the most exciting thing that happened on the main card.
That was a nasty. Mike was pulling up, and I was just looking like somebody had died.
Yo,
dude, he was convulsing on the canvas, man. It was scary.
One shot too.
Yeah, it was one shot.
One shot going in.
And you see his post? Did you see his post?
Yeah. He was thankful that he didn't follow up.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't need to follow up. You know.
Nah, dude, he fell.
He realized, like, you know, with that one shot.
That was
also,
crazy.
Josh Emmett's a guy that has knocked people out before, so he knows what kind of power he carries.
Yeah.
So if he puts you out cold, I don't think he's like, oh, I'm gonna fall. You know, he knows.
No,
he's done it before.
He's a professional.
He's a professional. So shout out to Josh Emmett. Amazing performance, man. He still got it.
They
yo.
put him right back
he
up
still
there.
Got it.
Put him right back in there, dude.
Just put it right back in the conversation.
I mean, yeah,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
that was nasty, son.
That was nasty.
And he's coming off of 2 hard losses,
bro.
man.
Wars.
I mean, shit. His last one against who was it?
Taporia. War.
And then
then
before that, Yair. I mean,
savage, man.
Yair's a
another
beast.
guy that will beat you down the whole fight. So, like I said,
he's still right there.
He's still right there. He's still in that conversation.
It puts him right back up
you know
in
what
the
I mean?
conversation. Because there's still some guys up there that, I don't know, man. Like, you put him up against a Brian Ortega or something like that. I don't know. He's giving Brian some problems.
I'd like to see that fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Josh Emmett versus Brian Ortega?
I'm just looking at the rankings here. We got Max. We got Yair at 2. We got Brian at 3. Arnold Allen are fighting for 3. That's strange. We got Brian and Arnold fighting at for, I guess, number 3 spot. It's like 3 and 4 kind of.
Brian who?
Brian Ortega.
Oh, Brian Ortega.
And then Ilya's sitting at 5.
Okay, but Ilya's about to fight for the title, so
yeah,
you basically call him number 1 contender.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we'll see how that fight goes. I'm interested to see that fight for sure.
Yeah. Any prelims that shot out at you?
Like I said, man, the prelims very, very interesting, man. Like the prelims were, like I said, I thought they were better than the main card.
What was the one that mainly shot out at you?
I don't know.
Like, what was the most exciting one out of
the Cody Garbrandt one was really nice to see.
Yeah,
him
the
get
way
that.
he got that in the first round.
He looked like old school No Love, man.
Yeah,
he came through, but he was patient.
Yeah,
he was more patient this time.
I forgot the guy he knocked out during the pandemic.
Sensao.
Oh yeah. That was.
I
remember
vicious,
watching
bro.
that. I remember watching that live, and that was wild.
That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, so he looked really good. I was really surprised with the Casey O'Neill fight. I really thought that she was going to do a bit better, but Ariane Lipsky was looking good everywhere.
She was looking really
everywhere.
Good, man.
She was a problem.
Like, damn, bro.
She is going to be a problem for everybody.
She was looking like Mackenzie Dern was against Angela Hill. Sharp.
Yeah, but
just
I don't know, she was looking better than Mackenzie.
But I'm saying, like, comparatively,
especially after this last fight Mackenzie had.
How Mackenzie was on point. Like, her last performance obviously wasn't the greatest, but in that fight I saw like that level of like I guess
man, she was looking good everywhere.
She was just putting it together on the feet. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't playing. Casey O'Neill couldn't really get anything together.
Nah, nothing against Ariane.
So she's looking good at 125. I'd like to see what's happening next. Yo, you got a shout out too if we're talking about the other cards on the prelims.
Of course, those last two, those two.
I was gonna say the Aldana.
Both of those fights because they were both wars. But
which one are we talking about?
Well, both of the ones, the Aldana versus Carol Hossa. I mean, that was a freaking war, dude. Those girls went at it because at first you thought that like Carol was getting the best of her with the leg kicks. And she was going to, like, do some damage and start kind of, like, finishing the fight. But there was something in our Irene that she just came out.
Turned it on the whole time, man.
Yeah,
she was not
and
playing.
It was weird. It was weird? She wasn't using no kicks. It was, like, all boxing. All of it was just Mexican
was getting
boxing.
her with the body shots, man.
Everything.
And then hitting her with the head shots, too,
she
man.
She messed up that eye,
I can't believe that Carol Rosa didn't get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised because I remember watching it, especially when she would wince hard, like at the body shots around like the end of round 2 or something like that. Yo, I was like, damn, man, they're about to.
That was a
but
war.
Then Carol Rosa came back too with some shots, and she
No,
busted her up
they were
too.
busting each other
It was
up
like,
real bad.
damn,
'Cause,
bro.
I mean, by
That
the
was
end of
wild.
it, they were both leaking. So
Yeah, man.
shout out to both those girls and a big win for Irene after that loss.
Yo, you could definitely give her a title shot pretty soon again. Honestly,
Yeah, she's right around the corner. I mean,
she's right
like
there.
I was saying, that next title shot here with Raquel Pennington and
Myra Buena Silva.
it's not super exciting
Not for you
because they don't fight as like often,
they're not as active as what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that like we like active champions, and although as active as maybe Izzy isn't ideal. Maybe 2 fights a year will be nice, but some of these girls they'll be fighting one time a year, and
Well, it might be also too.
maybe the divisions aren't like.
I'm trying to say, yeah,
stacked.
like the division might not be so stacked, and then also, like I said, it depends on who's able to fight. Who's dealing with the injury.
Well, look, we don't
who's
even have.
doing
I
good.
think they don't even have the featherweight division anymore. The
Oh yeah, they
women's
might have
featherweight,
scrapped it. I don't know.
think
We'll see.
I think they probably did.
Which kind of sucks. I mean, I'd like to see 145ers go at it like that, but
Yeah, that's it. Really,
they
they don't have the. Yeah, they took out the.
Nunez was holding it down, man.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
and the Alonzo Menafield Justin Jacoby fight, that was a pretty
prediction was off on this one. I
that was
thought
a war.
I thought Jacoby was gonna come away with it.
Yeah.
And there was times where it looked like he was about to get it done, yo.
It's just that Alonzo has some serious power, dude.
I know.
And then Dustin had more of the technical ability,
Yeah.
but it's just like Alonzo just has some serious power, dude.
Well, you could see it too when they were fighting. That when Alonzo would hit him with a good shot, you could see the difference between when Dustin would hit him with a good shot. Obviously, Dustin was rocking him too.
Nah, but Alonzo would hit him with a baseball bat.
Yo, for
Yeah.
real, man. And then,
like those punches had
but
some heat on them.
It was similar to the Aldana fight and the Carol Rosa fight, yo, because that fight was back and forth,
Yeah,
and that was another war right after.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, yo. The prelims for me they were really exciting compared to the main card.
And then just the early prelims. I mean, we got Tagir Ulanbekov with a submission in round 2. Andre Feely with that first round knockout of
Big booty Latinas.
Lucas Almeida, which is pretty impressive.
Looking good, featherweight.
And-
Another guy, you could put against somebody in the top 10.
Yeah, I
Andre
mean
Feely.
he's a veteran already. He's been in this thing for a while. He's been in here for like over 10 years.
But I don't think he's that old. He's probably like 32,
Um,
33, right?
Yeah, I'd like to see him maybe get a run at it, take a run.
If he could put together 2 or 3 more
I mean,
wins,
it's a pretty
it's a tough
stacked
division,
division,
to come
but
through, man.
I think he could take on some of these guys.
We'll see, yo. I don't know. It just feels like how many of these guys are gonna get past Max Holloway? Yeah, Max Holloway's a beast. Like anybody who's not named Volkanovski, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they got problems.
seriously.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I mean, we'll see with this Volkanovski Topuria fight.
Never know.
You never know. You never
Never
know, man.
No, dude.
Then we got Shamil Gaziev. Shout out to him with the KO of this man, Martin Boudet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was just looking like he was coming after him more than Boudet in that fight. But we'll see. I think he's undefeated as well, so perhaps a new heavyweight contender. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, like I said, all in all, it was a pretty decent card. UFC 296. There was some great moments for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And then even like I just wanted. Oh, sorry, I was looking up these this little Florida 299 card.
The Miami card.
Yeah,
Now that definitely looks like an exciting card.
yeah, that's the one that I was trying to get into real quick,
All right, we'll see.
just to check it
You want to
out.
preview UFC 299? Is that what we doing right now?
Is it UFC 299?
99.
Did they already have it broken down?
Oh, what about?
Oh yeah, here we go.
What about 297 though?
Yeah, but just because these were just announced, these fights.
Okay, we'll see.
Because I was because obviously we got the big Michael Venom Page versus Kevin Holland fight.
Yo,
It's
man.
gonna be happening. And this is obviously on the Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Cheeto Vera fight. Then we're gonna have Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della. Peter Yan versus Song Yadong, and I don't know if this is the correct order, and then we have Jeff Neal versus Ian Machado Gary.
So what you want to get into here?
What you think? What you think?
What you think?
All right, so
Who you wanna
first, I
come
guess
through with
the
first?
Ian Machado Gary and the Jeff Neal. What you think about that rescheduling?
Well, they got some beef, so I'm excited for that fight, man.
Yeah,
Because Jeff Neal throws some bombs.
that sucks for Vicente though.
Yeah, it sucks for Vicente, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what. That's UFC 299. You said?
Yeah,
I don't see it here.
say a center in Miami.
Oh, really?
Miami.
Okay, well, I'm interested to see how Ian Gary comes back after he's been dealing with a little bit of controversy lately.
Yeah.
You know, it's always interesting to see how guys rise to the occasion of being, having shit talked about them for months and months and months. You know, because then, like, you think about the
What do you
Aljamain
think about
Sterling.
that pullout this week, though?
Well, I mean, he wasn't feeling good. What are you gonna do?
I don't know, man.
I don't think that he dipped it like that, man.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think so. I just don't think he's the type of guy that wants to take longer to get to the title shot.
I guess.
You know what I mean? If he's pulling out, it's because he's really pulling out, because he can't do the fight. It's also, too, like, if you're building a name, like you said, you want to see active champions.
Yeah.
You want to see people that are taking fights. So I think it was legit, like I said.
I mean, I could understand if he was slightly intimidated on coming into the press conference and all that, but not that much went down. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Like I don't know.
The press
It was just
conference
one of those
compared to
things.
the fight, it like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Compared to the actual fight, that's the real test.
But
So,
yeah,
honestly,
not a bad.
who do you have in
card.
that fight, though, for real?
I don't know, dude. I think Ian probably could get it done because he has a very similar style to Steven. And Steven was able to get it done against Jeff Neal. He's a long kid, you know what I'm saying? He's tall and he's strong, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. He is tall, he is strong, and he
and
is
Shavkat finished him.
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy took him to decision, so I guess that'll gauge where he's at depending on how he does it.
Well, it's definitely a step up from the competition that he faced, I would say.
for sure.
But I think that one should be fun, like I said, because of the little bit of bad blood that they got between them.
Yeah.
Because, he likes to stir a little bit of shit, that man.
Yeah, this dude be
Ian
doing
Gary,
a little
you know?
much, man.
So we'll see how that goes.
What do
I'm
you think
excited for
about
that
the
one.
Jack Della Gilbert Burns?
Oh, man.
Quick thoughts.
I think that's a real tough test for Jack Della.
Yeah, because Gilbert's a beast, and let's hope he recovered well from that last.
I know.
Injury,
I was
the shoulder.
I
injury.
was I wasn't upset with his performance, but I was it was
I mean,
sad.
none of his fault. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
'cause
he
you
could have
could
had a
see
way
he
better
wasn't
performance
there.
against Bilal.
He wasn't. He
was using one
he was
arm.
injured. You know what I mean? He wasn't looking like the. I just think that he did that turnaround where he took that fight. I think like a month or two
How
after.
many fights did he have? He had like 3 or 4 fights in a row.
I don't know, man. Gilbert Burns is a beast, man, and I would honestly love to see Gilbert Burns become champion one day because that's how
Yeah.
big of a fan I am. But
That's probably why we haven't seen him though, and I think he's
it's
probably
good, though.
taken sufficient enough
I'm
time.
glad that he's taking some time, man, because I like to see him when he's fighting at his best.
Yeah, because he's a beast, dude.
Yo, he's a tank too. He's not
Yeah.
even he's not even a huge guy, but for 170, yo, he's thick.
Seriously.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I see Jack taking away, like coming away with that one.
Yeah, that's a tough.
I could
fight.
see Gilbert Burns winning that one.
Yeah, I could see Gilbert. I'm on your side right there.
But
Peter
he's
Yan,
fighting,
Song
we never know.
Yadong.
Peter Yan versus Song Yadong. We'll see, man. I think that Song Yadong.
That's funny
really
because
had
that's the person that Peter was over here yawning at his performance and stuff on Twitter or X, and he was calling him out.
He was
for
like,
his
"Oh,
fight."
you're
He's
whack,
like,
bro."
He's like, "You want some of this? Let's do it."
I
So I'm
think
glad
that's-
they put that fight together because they kind of.
I think it's a great fight for both of them. You know?
No,
Peter Yan.
we haven't seen Peter in a while.
No, he's taking some time off after. Who did he lose to again? Was it the last time? It was Sandhagen, right? No, he beat Sandhagen. What am I
beat
talking about?
Sandhagen.
Who did he get beat by? Marab.
Marab put the whooping on him.
Marab mauled him though.
Yeah.
You know,
So
so
Marab gives everybody a problem, and
yeah.
who knows who Marab's gonna fight?
I
next,
know,
which
yo.
kind of sucks.
Give this man. I think he's gonna
Give him
fight for the
something.
championship soon if he gets another fight. Because I think, no, I'm sure that Aljamain moved to featherweight. Remember he made the announcement.
Yeah.
So thank
Maybe I don't know. They still
don't
haven't
know?
booked anything for him, so
God. Oh well.
we'll see where he ends up.
I hope he moves to bantamweight. Like I said, I want to see that.
And then what you think about
Rob get the title shot.
my man Michael Venom Page joining the UFC up against Kevin Holland? I think he's where he belongs.
Yeah, I think that's a good first fight. It's a tough first fight for Michael Venom Page.
Oh yeah, I think it's a way to crack open the contract.
Well, the last time he fought, I think, was in bare knuckle against Mike Perry. No.
Yeah, I think so.
He got
I think he might have had a fight in Bellator.
Yo, he has some crazy highlights,
dude, he's a beast.
Yo, he has he hurts people for real.
Did
yo.
he put that dent in that one dude's
Yo,
head?
that's what I'm talking about. I was thinking about, well, that was crazy, obviously. The dude cracked his skull open.
When he did the thing to the nose of that one dude?
Okay, yeah, when he busted that dude's nose with the head kick. And then, I don't know if you've seen this one, where he kicks this guy's knee.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see the dent in his knee.
Yeah.
And he must have shattered something in his
broke
knee.
his kneecap or something.
Bro, I'm like, yo, I never see. I mean,
dude's a beast.
To have so many highlights like that where you seriously injure somebody, yo.
Yeah.
Is
and
crazy.
He's a character. He's a good character for the UFC.
Oh yeah, I hope he brings out the Pokeball.
Like I said, he's where he belongs.
Yeah, I think that's a good fight. Who do you got in that fight though?
I don't know, dude, because like you said, Kevin's a hell of a test, you know.
Yeah.
And Kevin only has rough fights. He only has hard fights.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know, dude. That's a pick'em fight right there. I could see that one going either way, honestly.
Yeah,
but I'm not even gonna make a prediction until we get closer to the fight. How about that one?
Till you're seeing what's going on.
Yeah, till I see him and stuff, and maybe the press conference and stuff, and see his physique and stuff, and
give you more of an idea.
Maybe that week we can get an idea how he's looking.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cause it's still a ways away, but yeah, man. I mean,
what do you think about the? What do you think about Curtis?
I was just gonna say, go ahead.
Curtis Blades versus Almeida. What about?
Yeah, because that's on that card.
That's on that card.
That's gonna put Almeida to the test,
right?
Because Curtis hasn't had the best of luck with his performances. What do you think about Almeida and Curtis?
I don't know. Well, Curtis last loss was to Pavlovich.
Oh, really?
Yo, yeah, really. So he got sent to the shadow realm real quick, but
how'd that happen? Was it like a first round knockout?
Yeah, first round knockout.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Pavlovich is no joke, man.
I think I remember.
Which makes Tom Aspinall's performance even more impressive.
All the more impressive.
But back to Curtis Blades versus Almeida. I think it's going to be interesting because I don't know if Almeida's going to be able to pull off the same type of ground control and domination on Curtis Blades.
Well, because the thing is that I don't know if Almeida also has the size.
He's like, what, 6'2"?
Well, he doesn't have the weight he doesn't have the heavyweight weight. He's not a true heavyweight.
Because you think about the Derek Lewis fight and how he couldn't really finish it.
Yeah, and Curtis is a big boy.
Oh, yeah, he's like 6'4". Yeah. He's huge.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I honestly kind of favor Curtis Blades in that fight.
Kind of, yeah.
You know? Because, like I said, we all know what Gileton's main, bread and butter is grappling. So, like I said, I just don't know if he's going to be able to do what he did to Derek Lewis to somebody as dominant of a wrestler as Curtis Blades. Yeah. I just don't see it. Like you said, and he doesn't have the crazy big size. It's possible. I mean, he could pull off some slick jiu-jitsu, catch a submission maybe.
Maybe he hears some of these critics and stuff.
Maybe.
About his last fight, and maybe he'll turn it up a little bit.
He's still a great heavyweight contender,
I mean, he did a good job against Derek. I mean, I think for the most part, everybody felt that he could have just finished the fight at some point.
Yeah, maybe, but we said it before. Easier said than done, man. Yeah. So, we'll see.
What do you think about this, all this Sean Strickland, Drickus Duplessis drama
business that they were going through.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, shout out to Sean Strickland for being a gentleman and telling the children to move out the way before he kicks some ass.
Yeah. He's like,
I mean,
excuse me, please.
yeah. I mean, everybody
I'm
want to
going
talk
to
about how
jump
this
this
man
man.
is crazy, and yes, he is unhinged for sure. But yo, that was like I saw that.
But
and
so
I
is
was like,
Drickus. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
Drickus be saying some wild
that's
shit
what I'm trying
too,
to
bro.
say. Like everybody's
Shit.
like, "Oh, that's crazy." It's like, yeah, but this dude is also like coming at him.
Come
for
on,
real.
bro.
Like talking
Give the
about his
man-
personal
give the
life
man,
and all this stuff.
give the man a little bit of leeway here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like everybody knows it's like I said, Sean Strickland says some wild, crazy stuff for sure. But I think a lot of people can tell where his heart is at.
yeah, 100%.
Like, they
I
can
think
feel
that's
that-
why people like him.
That's why people
And
like
then-
him.
But
exactly.
then the thing is too, the other thing about this is the whole way that Drickus likes stirring the pot too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
He'll say some
say
wild
what you
stuff.
want. Like he can say what he wants about him being like an honorable dude and this, that, and the other, and he's not scared of any man, and that's fine. I don't think any fighter is scared of any other fighter.
Yeah.
But it's like about poking at these weird, like he's getting at these weird angles, kind of like with Colby and the whole like his.
You say it's
whole
getting
thing.
too personal. Is that what you say?
I don't know, dude. Like the whole thing with the Izzy situation before that.
Talking about how
He
he's
just likes
African.
getting real freaking weird about things. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Then-
I'll say this about him: he definitely has some takes that will make you are very polarizing.
fucking cringy, bro.
Yeah, but it's also, and you think about it,
Straight up.
it's good though. You know what I mean? It's good. He gets the pot stirred.
Yeah, but it's like
You
one
know?
of these things like they're talking about now is that like right now the UFC is a little bit unhinged in general with letting these guys talk all the kind of crap. And I know that Dana White like doesn't care. Like it is what
Yeah,
it is
freedom
because
of speech, dog.
it's like what we were talking about like off air is like this is one of those sports that they talk all the crap and then like later on in the week by the end of the week they're gonna have to figure it out in the cage.
Yeah. They really figure it out too.
But then what happened? What sucks is that sometimes like it ends up like pouring over outside of the cage, like with
the
whole-
Masvidal,
with the
Covington.
Masvidal Kobe situation, because like
if it gets too serious,
it gets a little personal.
It might
and
get
then
dangerous.
Don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
maybe. Yeah, I
It's
could
just
see
one of
that.
those
I could
things.
see that.
Like the
angle,
whole
too.
situation that happened this weekend. Like
With
this
them
dude
fighting?
started talking about
I
fucking
know.
this dude's dad, like
for sure.
shit. Like what do you expect, bro?
Like I said, I don't.
Talking mad shit.
It is definitely they are stirring the pot for sure. But I will say, man, it's great to sell the fight. It's
Yeah,
so
no.
good. Because now it's like I want to see
They're
that
selling
fight
the
even
fuck-
way
they're
more
freaking
now.
selling the shit out of it.
And I
with that.
already was really excited to see the Drickus Duplessis Rashad.
Okay, well, what was funny is that in the press conference, I don't think anybody expected that much animosity out of the two,
yeah.
and they ended up just coming at
for
each
real.
other's throats.
You thought it was gonna be not like obviously I didn't think it was gonna be like there because it's Sean Strickland. Like
Yeah.
he's not gonna be like
he don't like nobody. He fucks
Yeah, he's
really,
like- he's
or
like,
he's
"Yeah,
always
wait,
talking some crap.
It was like the only person I fuck with is Chris Curtis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's his boy.
But yeah, the Duplessis versus Strickland, man. Who do you have in that one?
Dude,
That's
I think-
toss up.
I think Strickland's gonna put the work on
the
him.
beat on him, right?
Yeah,
I think he's strong. He could be strong enough to handle him.
because I think it's one of those things where like Sean is in this different realm of like the whole MMA game because of the whole his whole approach to like sparring and actual fighting all the time. He's so like he's seen so much that I feel like anything that this dude Drickus is throwing at him, he's going to be very aware of it. He's going to just download it all. He's not going to be able to touch Strickland unless he really like just bum rushes him like he does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's his bulldoze style.
But I really feel like that's not going to really come out work to his advantage. I mean, I could be completely wrong.
But the
dude.
thing is, Strickland is there
Because of what happened, like the only reason I say that is because of what happened with Whitaker. Because everybody thought that Whitaker was going to put the working on
great
this man.
in that Whitaker fight, man. Like that's where you like after he did that to Whitaker, everybody's like,
Well, it was super unorthodox.
they were like, hold on a second, bro. This dude
is something
a
to
real
talk about.
contender, bro.
Yeah,
Because if you beat Robert Whitaker, especially like that, You know
with
what
the
I'm saying?
quickness like that.
With
By
the
that second
quickness,
round,
bro.
dude, like
But
this dude Robert was just wide eyed, like, oh my god, you
Yeah,
know?
man.
But I don't know. I don't think
I don't know if that
uh,
pressure is gonna affect Strickland as
not the
like
same.
that.
Yeah.
Because he's just so used to, like you said, he's so used to being in those situations where, you know, say a guy's trying to take him down or, you know, trying to switch up the game plan or just come at him. And Strickland's just so nice at getting in the right distance where you can't hit him and he can hit you.
And if Sean decides to like really put him through those 5 rounds, I don't think Duplessis will have the gas for him.
Yeah, maybe not, because it would be his first round fight.
Yeah, he hasn't had a main event.
Yeah,
If you think about that, he hasn't had a main event fight. So
we'll see how his
know.
gas tank does with that one, but yeah, I don't know. I think I favor Strickland in that fight too, honestly, because he's just so, like, I've always been a fan of Sean Strickland.
I mean,
he's just so cold. Like,
you
can't hate on the skills,
dude. But yeah, let's give a little shout out to this Riyadh season. This pretty much the last fight of this card. Although I did see a top rank fight with Inoue, but that's like the day after Christmas. I'm not exactly sure who he's fighting, but I'm sure he's gonna put the beating on whoever it is. You know, Naoya Inoue, the monster, the Japanese kid, small guy. But yeah, just shout out to that real quick. But other
great
than
promo,
that,
I will say,
for
the Riyadh season.
oh yeah, dude,
really
we just finished watching that before this.
Yeah.
It was really good stuff, huh?
Really interesting, I would say. They definitely went at a different angle that I don't think you expected.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's some good stuff.
Kind of feel.
Yeah, it's on. It's like a 1 minute, a minute and 30 seconds or so.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, it's like a whole little movie trailer.
Well, they did
basically.
so good on the the Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou promo.
Oh yeah,
I think they were like, "Yo,
with the Kill Bill song.
this is nice."
Yeah.
Like, let's see if we could try to shoot like almost like short films for a promo.
Yeah.
So
I think they have a
Riyadh's-
longer one that maybe we'll check out.
They'll probably release another one.
But we'll see.
I don't know.
A lot of good fights on this card. Riyadh season really doing it up, man. These guys,
I know.
I can't
got
imagine what they
Bivol-
got planned for 2024.
Bivol, Wilder, and Joshua all on the same card.
Yeah, and everybody's coming from different promotions, different organizations to put this whole thing together. So it's pretty impressive what they've been able to do. But just starting from the bottom, we got Frank Sanchez versus Junior Fa, Arlen Beck. Don't want to even try these two names. But I'm not sure who these guys are.
I'm surprised you're starting at these guys.
I know. I just wanted to start at the bottom.
I was gonna say, let's just go to the exciting ones.
Just let's highlight the big guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Daniel Dubois versus Jarrell Miller.
Should be interesting. A heavyweight.
Dimitri Bivol versus Lyndon Arthur.
Now I have worry for Lyndon Arthur,
Yeah,
honestly, because
for
Bivol
sure.
is, he's a damn monster. So
Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker.
well,
Which is a pretty good matchup. Not bad matchup.
Deontay Wilder coming back. You know what I'm saying?
And then we got for the main event, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallen.
Very interesting as well.
Which are two good matchups. Although I do feel like the main event, the co-main event, they could have switched up opponents, and we could have had maybe Deontay versus Anthony, and Otto versus Joseph Parker. But I think, like we said before, they're probably setting all this up for future bouts.
I think it would have been cooler, definitely, if they would have been the main event, just because they're two big names, you know. But maybe, you know, like you said, maybe they're setting it up. They're not trying to put that, you know, to fight right away.
Yeah.
They're trying to let that sizzle a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe also they're trying to see who wins these fights to maybe match them up against Francis.
Yeah, Francis and or Tyson.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Tyson's going to be fighting Usyk.
Yeah, Usyk.
Here, I think, February, I think?
Something like that. I don't know.
But
we'll see how
yeah,
that fight
I guess
goes.
that's going to be probably the last thing of this year, just to wrap it up. Pretty exciting stuff.
Bro, we didn't even talk about the freaking Sean Strickland versus Cheeto, though. Let's talk about
Sean
UFC
Strickland.
2.
You mean Sean O'Malley?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because we were talking about 99. We didn't talk about
I guess we could give that a quick little.
what are we doing, bro? We got giving that a quick little.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know. Well, I mean, there was a few different ones on that press conference, because it wasn't only that; it was also Volkanovski versus Ilya Topuria.
Well, let's talk about them two fights before we get out of here. How about that?
Okay, I'm down.
What do you think about the Sean O'Malley versus Vera 2? What do you think? Who do you favor? How do you feel like they're going to be doing against each other for the rematch? Do you think Chito Vera comes away with it because he's coming in with the confidence that he already beat him? And O'Malley continues to deny that he lost. You know? Is that why you're not that excited? It seems like you're not that excited about this.
I'm excited. I just think that, I think I got my horse in this race, and it's Cheeto.
Oh, okay.
Just because of the prior win, it seemed pretty easy from when I watched it, and I watched it live. Really, he could say, Sean can say what he wants, but, Cheeto's a different fighter compared to a lot of these guys. And, like, Cheeto doesn't just go down. Although, like, I'm thinking about this last knockout, like, O'Malley just had, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was one shot, But I still don't know. Because if like, Cheeto's able to start chopping down those legs, like, in the last fight, dude, yeah, I mean, it could be over pretty quick. Yeah. Because, I think it was second round or something like that, dude, that he took him out.
Well, I'd say, yeah, O'Malley probably has the better hands.
Yeah.
But, the thing that kind of, I don't know if I worry about it, but, Cheeto's kind of a slow starter sometimes, Yeah. And if O'Malley can put together his timing and his rhythm and, get it right. Because, obviously, yeah, he did lose the first fight to Cheeto, but, it's kind of weird because he did have, like, that sort of dead nerve foot, whatever, where his foot died and he couldn't really use it. And then, obviously, I think we could all agree that definitely caused at least the ending of that fight.
Yeah, because
I'm not saying it would have gone that way either way.
Because that wasn't the cause of the end of the fight. I mean, Cheeto ground and pounded his freaking head into the canvas with elbows. You know what I'm saying?
But that was after that. It was after the foot died.
Dude.
But I guess you're right because he
did
cause it.
The kid's head, eyes were rolling back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was tough to watch.
I don't know if it was that bad.
It was, maybe you haven't seen it.
I've seen it
as of recently. Maybe
I've seen it.
Just watch it over.
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that crazy. I think he just it was unfortunate, and he had that. I'm not taking the win away from Cheeto
because there was already a lot of animosity in that fight.
But that's what I'm saying.
They didn't like each other before that, and
they don't like each other now, really.
And they don't really like each other now. I mean, I think they're a little bit more cordial, but
I don't know. We'll see. I think Sean O'Malley, like I said,
who do you got?
I think he can win, Can O'Malley.
Yeah,
honestly.
you think he can?
I think he can come back with.
I think he's got a lot of confidence probably coming into this next fight.
Well, he's a bigger guy,
obviously being champion and everything.
He's champion. He knocked out Aljo in the second round.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think he has the better hands. He's not such a slow starter like Vera is. Not to say that Vera's not a dangerous opponent, obviously, but I think I favor O'Malley in that fight because I think he really wants to get that one back just to prove that it's not.
He could pull off some damn Aljamain shit. You know what I'm saying? He could do it again.
Yeah. Although I'd like to see Cheeto Vera as champion one day.
Yeah, I mean Cheeto's too cool, bro.
What would be great, honestly, is if I guess not great. I mean, it wouldn't be great for Cheeto, but if Cheeto loses this one, they're 1-1. Then they run the trilogy.
Yeah, they could run the trilogy, which is,
yeah. But I don't know. It depends how that fight goes, obviously.
Well, we'll just highlight real quick the Volkanovski Topuria. What you think about them? What you think about that? Oh gosh, and just a quick
the
look
card
at this
is great,
fight.
man.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
this card.
That's what I was gonna say, man. I was like, yo, before we get out, let's just at least.
I know, but
it's good, real quick.
It's still a while from now, but let's just look at that co-main event. You see that co-main event right there?
Yeah, man. I remember when that was announced.
I remember it when it was announced now, but yeah.
To look back, you're like, oh snap.
We got Marab versus
Cejudo.
Cejudo.
Triple G. Triple C.
Triple C.
Not Cejudo. Triple G. What? I don't know, man. I'm honestly not favoring. I'm not favoring Cejudo in that fight because of
Marab's a fucking problem, dude.
And if Aljo was able to handle Cejudo's wrestling, what do you think Merab's gonna be able to handle?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think even Merab gets the best of Aljo in the in the gym.
I think Merab's champion if he fights for the belt. Honestly, you know what I mean?
You think
I
he
don't-
beats freaking?
I think he probably would beat.
I mean, I think
no,
Ilya
not
gives him a
not
problem.
Alexander. He's 135. It would be O'Malley.
Oh, that's right. What am I talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't think anybody wants that smoke Merab. I think if Cejudo is able to pull this off, obviously you can give him another title shot after beating Merab.
Well, I'm glad that he's taking on somebody like Merab because I think that'll go to show where he's at, and like I think that'll. It probably will even probably. It's probably like one of those fights that he's like, if I don't win this, I'm not probably gonna just retire.
He might just be done because he just wants big fights.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
if he doesn't beat Merab, I don't see him fighting anybody else.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, I just don't favor Cejudo in that fight because of what Aljamain was able to do to him. And like I said, the pressure from Merab is something different, yo.
Yeah, seriously.
That Peter Yan fight, yo, I was like, damn, man, that is like scary that somebody can be able to do that to somebody.
Nah, seriously.
Like at that level, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit was crazy, but I don't know, man. Like I said, I do
And then,
not favor Cejudo in that fight.
What do you think, Ilya and Alexander?
Alexander
you think?
versus Ilya. I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried that Volkanovski might be taking this a little too quick after that knockout, man.
And Ilya is confident, bro.
Of course he's confident.
He's
yo.
undefeated and super confident.
He has
right
reason to be, though. You know, he's only looked great
now. Against everybody he's fought.
against everybody, man. And it's not like he's been fighting tomato cans either.
No.
You know what I'm
He's been
saying?
fighting real fighters in one of the toughest divisions, man. So,
That's what I'm saying, yo.
like you said, he might be taking this a little bit early, but he could prove us all wrong as well, you know?
He could,
and put
man.
that stop to Ilya. But yeah,
Yeah, like, think about it. Topuria, his last 4 wins, he got Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell, Jai Herbert, who's this? Bryce Hall, I think his name is.
oh, okay.
Before
That's
that,
that
he
dude.
beat
That's
Damon
that
Jackson.
dude with the that's the submission artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man.
I kind of
I
favor
don't know.
Ilya because of the time, and then I mean, Alex coming off of that really
Vicious
bad hair,
KO.
vicious
Yeah.
head kick KO. So I don't know, dude. It's gonna be a tough fight for Ilya or for Alex.
Volkanovski? I don't know, man. I think it's also possible though that Volkanovski comes through, shows out, makes everybody remember.
Yeah, I hope so. That I
You
think
know?
that would be the best case scenario, you know, for him, obviously. But like, just to him for him to remind the featherweight division that he ain't no slouch, and he
Yeah.
never has been there. He hasn't lost in featherweight.
That's
you
what I'm
know?
saying.
So
He's
but
still
Ilya's a
undefeated
problem,
at
and
featherweight.
he's a up and comer, and I don't see many other guys beating Ilya, even if he were to be matched with them,
Yeah,
especially in the featherweight division,
he's just
like-
so good everywhere.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
so- he's
That's
so
what I'm
put
saying. Like
together.
he could finish fights and he could take them to decision and dominate.
Yeah,
So like Ilya is definitely a problem, dude. So.
yeah, for sure, man. For anybody in the division, so I don't know, man.
Seriously.
I'm gonna favor Volkanovski in my heart. I don't know how I'm actually feeling.
Bam.
I don't know how I actually feel though. Tai Tuivasa is also on that card, so I'm excited for that. But
Well, yeah, we'll run down more of those cards here coming up next year.
yeah, we'll check it out.
We might. I don't know. You think we'll do a post episode for these for the Riyadh season stuff?
we'll
Maybe
see.
do like a little holiday special,
Possibly, yeah.
just to
We could
just to end out the new year.
if you want, yeah, we can just talk about whatever is going on in the cards. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, I guess we could
Okay.
take a quick look at what's coming.
Or just
up.
recap. We could
Let's
recap
see.
what happened in the year.
So the first, we could
That
recap.
might be a good idea.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That'd be good. We'll
Yeah.
try to run down our favorite fights of this year.
that's it, bro.
That'd be great.
Favorite fights of this year, most interesting upsets and all this stuff.
Yeah. We'll just do some good research. You'll have your list. I'll have mine.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
what's
come up
good.
with a few different little things, fun little
Yeah,
points to look at.
Tidbits to
Submissions of the year and stuff like that.
all that stuff.
Yeah. KOs
But-
of the year.
Word.
Woo.
Well, been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, and then it's a while. It's still a while. The first event of 2024 would be Ankalaev versus Walker, which was obviously that.
We got to see what happens.
Yeah, we got to see what happens there, but that's on January 13th.
All
So
right.
that's a few weeks from now. So we still got time. We got plenty of time to talk about those.
We'll
But
be
yeah,
there to
we'll
talk
do our
about it.
favorite fights. Maybe do a little recap of the Riyadh season fight. And yeah, guys, hit the like, subscribe, hit all those little buttons and stuff. Hit some comments, say what's up, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. You already know.
Peace.